Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Voxel Tycoon. Let's see. Last episode we noted that we're making some profit here. Slow and steady wins the race. Let me go ahead and kick on the play button here. We'll stay at 3 times speed for a little bit. We've got some cash, enough for another truck. And we were just trying to double up our coverage. So yeah, so here's the coal mine the coal delivery for Summersville. Let's amp that up. Go to the garage. I'm going to hit the copy button here in the lower right part of the screen. Boom. And then with with my freight station open, I'm just going to click on the existing truck that's routed there to copy it. Boom. So I get a copy of that truck in the garage, and then I just hit release all and off it goes. And then we can see at the freight station, it's showing we now have 2 trucks servicing that. That's all good. If we look at if we look incidentally at the freight station near the coal mine, now this is going to show us all the trucks that are coming to that freight station. And it actually shows what route they're on too. So that's kind of cool. So we've got 5 trucks pulling from this mine. If we look at the supply, it looks like it's keeping up just fine. So we should be good there, at least for the time being. The last thing we talked about in the previous episode was getting to Newport Beach with wood, at least 1 truck to keep this town afloat. Okay, now it says business on the verge of bankruptcy. Let's go ahead and slow the clock down. In fact, maybe I'll pause it. And let's see if we have the funds. We may even take a loan. Yeah, we're going to need to take a loan most likely. But let's get a road going down here and see if we can't save that business from bankruptcy. Now, what's the consequence of bankruptcy? Like long term, is that a really bad thing? I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out as we play. I know the one playthrough I did do a little bit of when we got to bankruptcy. That business just disappeared off the map. So let me unpause it just so we can raise some cash. We're at double speed. I'm just going to hold the road here until we accrue. Actually, I should triple speed, it looks like. I'm just keeping my eyes in the lower left-hand part of the screen where we can see our bank balance. We'll wait till this thing gets to 54. Hopefully, it climbs up pretty quick. Yeah, we're getting there. We're already at 50,000. We'll build this road, and then we're probably going to have to take a loan to build the station and the truck. We may not make it. We may not get there before the business is destroyed or runs bankrupt. There we go. Boom. Let me pause again. Let's go take out a little bit more loan. We've only got $600 in the bank. I think, where are we at now? We've borrowed $850. I'm going to grab another $50 for an even $900,000 loan. I'll close that to get out of the way. And with the game paused, let's build our station. Freight station. For some reason, I cannot remember the name of this thing. And let's put it here for now. It's in range of the factory that needs the wood. And now we do need to set up a new route. We'll go to the garage, pick the truck, and do it like we've done it several times before. Buy. This time we got to remember to buy the right truck. We need wood, so there's a special truck for that. Unfortunately, it costs a little bit more than the ore truck. Let's go ahead and select that guy. Oh, not enough money. Okay, we got to borrow some more. Borrow. All right. Now we've got our car. I'm going to close the finance screen. We can still borrow $75,000, but at some point we need to start paying some of this back. I'll click on the wood truck. I'll add a stop. And where is wood again? It is over here. So we're going to pick up at that freight station. We'll do load. And then we'll add another stop. This will be the drop off. And hopefully we can get there in time. We may not. If we don't, then we still need this road connected to this town. I don't think the whole town goes under. I think this business disappears. And then I imagine after some period of time, another business will sprout up that we need to supply. But I'm not sure. I don't really know. All right. We'll just stick with my goofy naming convention here. Again, you don't have to do this. I'll hit OK. We've got the route set up on the truck. All we got to do is release it and hit play. And then we'll just keep an eye on this town to see if that business goes under. We'll get a notification. A business on the verge of a bankruptcy. Oh, now this one is complaining that their wood business is about to go under. We are delivering wood. There's the truck just delivered some. So it says bankruptcy avoided. So we're just barely getting by. Now this one, let me pause the game. This is a new screen. I haven't seen this. But look over to the left here. It says industrial building. Okay, is this the one I just selected? I'm going to actually close the screen. Come in here. I'll click on the Amana Colonies wood factory that is about to go under. That's this building here. It's got the little red icon. If I click on that, okay, this has come up already. Now it looks like I can pay to keep this building alive if I want, or I need to supply wood. Now we do have a truck supplying wood here. So what we could do is borrow a little more money and add one more truck. We're almost tapped out, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to borrow another 25,000. So now we've got, what do we have here? 54,000 in the bank. I'm going to go ahead and click on our freight station, Mana Colonies West. That's the one that's supplying wood. Close the industrial building. We'll head over to the garage and clone a vehicle. Clone this vehicle here that's already delivering the wood. So I just whizzed by the garage probably. Boom. We'll hit the copy button. I'll click on that truck. And then all we got to do is hit release all here. And now we have another truck that's going to go deliver wood, but it's a long journey, right? I'll undo the pause button. We'll go double speed. That truck's got to go all the way down, way down. Now, where's the wood? No, it goes. Oh, wait a second. These roads aren't connected. I got to fix this too. I'm going to pause it and see if I can't get this connected up. I'm not sure why it's quite this goofy. Oh, okay. I guess you can't form a T-junction. So the road is kind of part of this building. So let's see if we can curve this around. Can't build here. Can you go one more out? Okay, that is unfortunate. It looks like this building is now getting in the way. I can't go down. All right, what we can do this. I think we can do this and just join up here and then get rid of this section. That should do the trick for what we need. Just wanted to make sure those are connected up. All right. But what I was babbling about is basically it's a long journey to go fetch this wood and bring it up here. But we'll just see. We'll see if we can save this business. Says there's not enough money to buy them out. We have 160 days left to supply enough wood for them to stay solvent. Okay, now we've got vehicle is lost. Car 12 cannot find its way to its destination. I'm going to pause so we can troubleshoot this. I think this has to do with me tearing up that road. So let's see if we can figure this one out. So this guy is, I think, the one with problem. It looks like it's working. Let's see what happens. That one's doing its thing. It just went and picked up some iron. This guy looks like he's getting ready to deliver the wood to Newport Beach, and we're trying to save that as well. That's vehicle 12, so that message looks like we've already handled it. So I think we're in the clear there. Let me get back to where we were. All right, so we're delivering some wood here. This is the other one that could use another truck. So as soon as we can get the funds, let's do one more wood truck for this location. We've got one. I'll leave that freight station dialog box open so that we can clone that vehicle, and I'll make my way over to the garage way up here. And then I think we need something like 36,000 or 30,000. Yeah, 30,755. We're almost there, right? We just need a good shipment. There we go. Boom. Or better yet, let me cancel that. Let's clone the one we have. That's the way we want to do this. Release all. Off it goes. Now we've got two trucks supplying wood to Newport Beach. Hopefully that keeps that town afloat. And then hopefully we'll see this little red warning sign go away. And then let's see, do we have anybody else? A man of wood. I think we took care of that. Newport Beach wood, that's one we just did. And I'm thinking once we get these towns to stop crying here, then we can start maybe paying back a little bit of our loan. We'll keep it at 3 times speed. I'm just going to kick up the speed now. So I'm in Summersville. I'm just checking the demand. It says our iron ore supply is still bad. Coal is average, so that doesn't sound too bad, but we may want to add another iron ore truck to Summersville. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're slowly raising money here. Let's take a look at Amana and see what how we're doing satisfying those demands. We've got bad again on the iron ore, awful on wood. So now I think we have 2 trucks supplying wood, but it's just the journey is long and slow. So we just delivered some. Whoops, let me pick the town again. Okay, now it's bad and bad. So we can definitely add 1 truck to each of these. So let's do that. I'll leave it at 3 times speed. And then I think what we'll do is as we're raising cash, let's beef up our truck fleet just until we're getting rid of all these warnings. And we're at least at average for all of the time needed. Okay, we just got a message here saying that bankruptcy was avoided. So we supplied enough resource to save. Yeah, to save here, right here. Right in front of us. So that red arrow just went away. The red blinking exclamation point. It's still not a great supply, right? It still says bad. But it's better than awful. Bad is better than awful. All right, we've got enough. Maybe we go from the top here. Let's check Summersville. We've got iron ore is bad. Let's start and see if we can't get this one to average. Boy, they're both bad, huh? But let's do it. We'll take it from the top. I'm going to pick this one, and we're going to clone one of these vehicles that are delivering the iron. So I'll go to the garage, hit clone, pick a vehicle, release all, done. All right. Now that coal up here at one point set average, right? Yeah, so it's going from average to bad. I'm going to leave that one. Let's take a look at Amana colonies. We've got iron is bad and wood is bad. So let's go to the iron station, freight station. Let's add a 4th truck on iron if we can. We'll go to the garage. I'll hit clone, pick one of the trucks. I don't have enough cash. We'll have it soon. Again, I'm running at 3 times speed. That's as fast as we can go. And in theory, as we're doing this, we are, increasing our ability to produce profit. Okay, Newport Beach is again on the verge of bankruptcy for wood shortage. Let's jump to that and do that one next. We gotta wait for cash. But again, it should be increasing at an increasing rate as we add more trucks to our fleet. I think we're okay on the supply of wood here. Yeah, this guy's got plenty of supply, 50 out of 58, so that's not getting drained. Our sawmill. And let's hope that we can raise enough money to get another truck. I'm kind of not wanting to take out more loan. We could do that. I guess let's just do it. Just takes a second. We'll pick the freight station. Boom. And then let's go clone one of these trucks real quick. Head over to the garage. You guys know the routine at this point. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty nice, actually. Release all. Okay, there's our 3rd truck supplying wood. Now, I'm going to pay back some of this loan a little bit as we go. Maybe we'll pay back 25 grand every other truck that we purchase just so we can start chipping away at this. Now, what's going to come next? We need to think about the research lab. So the research lab, we've kind of not talked about it much. In order to build that, it's not cheap. It's 100,000. And then once it's built, the research is going to cost us money and or resources to complete the research. So it's not about just plunking down the building and research automatically starts progressing. We get to supply cash and materials, right? So we're already stretched pretty thin with the few trucks that we've got. We're not keeping everybody happy. And we know our financial situation's not great. So that's why we're kind of putting off building that research lab. Because again, even if we had the money to build it, we don't have the income to really do much with the research yet to actually progress down that tech tree. So we're going to shore up, or my current plan is to kind of shore up these towns, get rid of all these bads and at least get to average. I think after average, there's a good, very good, and excellent, maybe, or just good and excellent. We'll see when we get there. We'll see when we get there. All right, we've got enough cash for another truck, just about. I think I want to do another wood one here. So let me pick that freight station and make my way over to the garage. And just get ready for it. Yeah, I think we can do it now. Boom. Pick another wood truck. Let that guy go. That should help there. And then the next 25,000 we said we're going to use for our paying off our loan. That'll save us some money in the long term, so we're not paying so much in interest. Last month we paid $9,500 in interest. Definitely could have used that money. It kind of feels like we're throwing it away. I mean, we are making money off of that money, right? So by being able to take that money out as a loan and buy trucks, we are generating income. But mentally, it'll feel good to pay this thing down and then have money for expansion when we need it. Like when we get to rails, and I haven't done that yet in this game, but when we get to laying down train tracks and things and expanding the map, we may want to have those loan funds available to us. All right, let me pause for a second. I just noticed something I want to call attention to. Our loan amount just went up. Before, the max loan amount was just 1 million. Now it's 1,025,000. Let's see if I missed a message up here that is saying that we grew or something. So I don't see anything here. There's the vehicles lost. We saw that quite a while ago. Okay, we delivered wood. We avoided bankruptcy. We avoided bankruptcy again. So I don't see that any of our towns have leveled up. So I'm not sure. I don't have an explanation for you as to why we can suddenly borrow more. Maybe we've just proved our credit worthiness by paying back some of it. I don't really know. All right, let's turn the clock back on. I just wanted to investigate that. I don't have an answer, unfortunately. And let's see. I forgot whether it was our turn to pay off the loan or get another vehicle. Let's take a look at how Newport Beach is doing. It's still bad for wood. Let's come back to that one. Let's see how Haver is doing, or Haver. Coal is excellent. So this town only has one item that it needs. It's excellent. Our supply is great on that. The population is growing. The growth is average. We probably need to do passengers, but the economy is excellent. So that town is in great shape. Mana, we've got bad economy and bad for passengers. Iron ore is average, but the wood is bad. So let's add another wood truck over here. This is the wood freight station. So again, we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Copy one of the trucks and set it loose. Very cool. We still have 20,000 in the bank. We're running at triple speed. As soon as we get to 25, we're going to pay a chunk of debt off. Okay, we just took a hit to our economy to our bank balance because we hit the end of the month and had to pay that interest. So that's why the money went down there. All of a sudden, but it'll climb back up to 25 and we'll pay this off. And some people are watching this will be thinking that is crazy. Just keep the loan. And from a logical perspective, I can see that that is probably true. It probably doesn't hurt to have that loan. But mentally, it's just nice to have that cleared, off. So we'll do it a little bit like I'm doing it, a little bit at a time. We'll alternate buying trucks and paying that off. Otherwise, we'll never do it. That's kind of my fear. So I'm up here in Summersville. I'm just checking things out. Iron ore is bad here. Now, I thought we had that up to good at one point. That may be a candidate for our next truck. Why don't we do it? Let's pick the freight station. We'll head down to the garage. And again, we're in the early game, so this part is a little, it may be a little tedious. We gotta wait till we get to 28,000 apparently. Boom. Boom. But eventually we're going to be able to, I believe, place factories down. Look into using conveyor belts to move some resources, and then obviously trains. So if you're a big fan of trains, stick around in this series. I'm not terribly good at train games, but I'm going to work through it and I will become good. All right, we just bought a truck, so the next thing is to pay down a chunk of debt. Coming up at the end of the month, so we're going to take a hit. We just had to pay that interest, but at least it's a tiny bit lower than it was. Our ability to take loans has gone up. We're now at 1,050,000 that we can take out. But again, I just don't like this tax every month that we're paying. I'd rather have that as profit than have to pay that out. So again, we're running at triple speed. The next chunk of cash is going to pay off the loan. We cannot access these towns up here, this Charlestown or Orem, again, until we buy this land. And if I click on it, it'll show us that one's 2.4 million. And then this plot of land, I think it's called a region. Yeah, Charlestown region. This one's 2.25 million. We'll get there. All right, let's pay off a chunk of debt. Boom. So now our loan is down to a very comfortable 900 grand. I want to get it much lower than that. Let's get that. Close that screen. Let's see how this town's doing in Summersville. Okay, we're average on iron ore. We're bad on coal. Let's take a quick look at the coal mine. I think we're fine. I I just want to make sure that this guy's got plenty of supply. Yep, plenty of supply. Let's get another truck on coal. Now it's average and average. Let's get another truck on coal anyway. I'll pick that freight station. You guys have seen me do this a dozen times already. Again, I apologize. It's early game. Eventually we will be doing other things, but we need to shore up our initial fleet here. All right, I'll clone one of these guys as soon as I can. Boom. And just release it. Let's take a look at our income. I haven't really noticed, or at least our profit, or no, I guess I should say income. It's not really a profit. So we brought in 70,000 from trade. I think once we get the towns into kind of a good state for supplying the material demands, maybe we look at setting up some bus stops and moving some people around so we can make some money doing that as well. Let's go back up here to Summersville and just see if the coal has rebounded yet. Okay, we're average and average. So that's not horrible. There's no threat of bankruptcy. The economy's average. Everything's very average. Growth is actually just ticked up to good. So that one's okay for now. Let's look at Amana colonies. Wood is still bad. So that's our next truck that we're going to purchase. Let's do it. We'll grab the freight station that's for wood. We'll head down to the garage. We got to get, I think it's 37,000. Let's copy and just get it ready. Oh no, that worked. 31,000. Release all. Send that truck on its way. Again, the next 25 grand per Glidercat policy right now is going to go towards paying off that debt. Let's just take a look here at Newport Beach. That may be the next one we add a truck to. Yeah, this is still not so great on wood. Again, it's just the length of the journey, I think, length of the trip. Fortunately, these trucks, if I click on them and we look at stats, they are making profit. So, I mean, it's a long journey, so it is got a fairly high running cost for the money earned, but there is a margin there. So we are making money. Let's go and pay debt. Repay. And I'm not sure if I just did that twice in a row or not, but we're going to buy a truck next. And it's going to be a wood truck for this depot, because our wood supply is still bad over here. Ooh, let's see if that helps. If we just had 2 deliveries. No, still doesn't like it. Still bad. And again, as we meet the demand for a longer and longer period of time, the longer we meet the demand, eventually that demand is going to increase. The village is going to increase. It'll grow into a new status. I believe the one after village is town. And then new businesses, or I should say additional businesses, will sprout up. And there'll be more products for us to supply. And then once those new products sprout up, or the new factories sprout up, some of them are going to want advanced materials. They're not going to want wood or coal or iron. They're going to want like wood beams or steel ingots, that kind of thing. And that's when it's going to become important to prioritize the research lab. All right, we've got Newport Beach selected. That freight station. Let's go ahead and double one of the, or copy one of the trucks in here and set it loose. So now we've got 5 trucks delivering wood to Newport Beach. It's a super long journey. Here's where the wood is, and it's got to go all the way down over here. So that's why this one's taking a lot of trucks. Growth, it says, is actually good. So I'm kind of surprised. It says the economy is bad. Passengers, it says, is average, but we have no one delivering. There's no buses, so I'm not sure how that can be average. Wood is showing as bad. Let's let that new truck take effect, and we'll come back down there. We already know Haver is doing good. Let's see Amana. I picked the wrong thing. Let's pick the town, or the village, I guess you should say. Looking at demands, average and average. Hey, we did a truck last time, I'm pretty sure, so let's pay off a chunk of debt. Boom. And we are down to what? 850. It's not too bad. We're 100 grand above where we started the game. So we'll continue to pay that down. Now we just got to decide, where is the next truck gonna go? Somersville is bad on iron ore still. Let's add a truck. Eventually with the tech tree too, we're going to research bigger trucks and faster trucks. So we'll get capacity boosts. They'll deliver more each trip and they'll move faster on the roads. So early game, we're stuck with what we got. The lowest level, everything. But there are upgrades coming. All right, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate one of these guys, or copy it, I should say. Boom. Release it. We now have 5 trucks delivering iron to Somersville. Let's take a look at Amana. How we doing? Bad on iron ore. I think this was average. I guess it's hovering between average and bad. Profit does seem to be climbing faster and faster with each truck we add. So that's all good. We're making progress. Why don't we wrap this episode here? I'm going to leave the play button on. We'll accrue some cash. And then at the top of the next episode, we'll pay off a chunk of debt. And actually, let me pause real quick and just talk about this message. We got a new point of sale. It says Newport Beach now accepts coal. So if we go over to Newport Beach, look at that. We have a new factory that's sprouted up and they want coal. So over time, as we're developing our villages here, new businesses will sprout up and there's more opportunity for us to make money. So unfortunately, this town just happens to be the furthest away from just about everything. They're close to iron, and of course, they don't want iron. They want coal and wood. So next episode, we'll look at meeting that demand, the new coal demand. We've got a coal mine. It looks like it has been keeping up with the existing demand just fine. So we'll add a truck or 2 or 3 to Newport, and we will keep on our journey with the next episode. Again, I'm going to unpause it. And for now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching. Appreciate having you here on this journey. If you like this content, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps my tiny channel grow. And I will catch you in the next episode.